A review of more Bruce Lee vintage Japanese program guides, and it's coming right up. Hey guys, Charles Damiano back from the Bruce Lee collection for another exciting episode. On this episode, I'll be reviewing two more vintage Bruce Lee Japanese program guides that were put out of Japan. And these are going to be on Bruce Lee in the Game of Death, followed by Bruce Lee in Tower of Death, which was known as Game of Death Part 2, which they completed after Bruce passed away. And some people say they actually like the Tower of Death better than they did of the Game of Death. But let's first start reviewing this one, the Game of Death. Again, this was a program guide put out in the mid-70s out of Japan. And again, as we know, program guides were up for sale in the Japanese movie theaters. That's what made them so special. You could actually pick up these collectibles in the Japanese movie theaters and purchase them right at the counter. So let's review this one. Has a great front cover of Bruce from the Game of Death and great back cover as well. I just love these poses of Bruce in the iconic yellow tracksuit. And let's flip through this one together. Starting out with this beautiful pose and photo of Bruce with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, giving him a shot to the midsection as he keels over. Some great photos of Bruce on the side there in black and white. He has some more black and white photos of Bruce Lee. Again, these were all in Japanese because they were put out in Japan back in the 70s. I love this color photo of Bruce Lee. And the great thing about these program guides, they added a lot of great color photos as well as black and white photos throughout. And they usually added in a beautiful centerfold where they gave you a complete spread in color generally of Bruce Lee from that movie. So here you have some more great photos of Bruce Lee on the side here from Game of Death. A few more up here at the top. Again, followed by this beautiful centerfold. Just look at this, guys. What color. Japan put out some great quality material back in the day. They always have. I believe they put out probably the best quality memorabilia on Bruce Lee ever. Let me know if you agree with that. If you think Japan put out the best Japanese quality of collectibles on Bruce Lee, leave it in the comments. Would love to hear from you. Here he is with Dan Inosanto. Dan sporting the red nunchucks. Bruce has his classic yellow nunchucks, and again is in his iconic yellow tracksuit. What a great spread. Here you got a few more pictures of Bruce Lee on the top. And again, I'll add some close-ups of these so you could see these firsthand on how beautiful these program guides are. Look at this one, guys. Another full-page spread of Bruce doing that classic flying kick to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was 7'2". And look at the height Bruce gets on that flying kick. The kick or his sneaker is right at Kareem's face, so you know he leaped at least 7 feet. His foot is at least 7 feet high to get to Kareem's face there. And here he has Kareem in a headlock at the bottom, just as he's gonna put Kareem away after that great battle in Game of Death. Again, guys, this wasn't my favorite film on Bruce Lee. I really think they did injustice to Bruce Lee, both Raymond Chow and Robert Klaus, to put out such an horrific film, in my eyes, in my opinion, on Bruce Lee. It was really just piecemeal together. It didn't follow any of the original storyline that Bruce Lee had intended it to be from the small script that they did put together. They only included, I believe it was 11 minutes of fight footage of Bruce Lee in the tower. Meanwhile, you know, years later, John Little found another 45 minutes of fight footage that they could have used that was in the possession of Raymond Chow and Golden Harvest at the time. So they could have used it, but instead they piecemealed it together. Storyline was completely different. What did you guys think of the Game of Death? My preference is John Little's A Warrior's Journey. Anytime I want to get a Game of Death fix, I drop that DVD in my DVD player and I watch that. I don't think I've watched the Game of Death Death since the 70s when it came out in 1978 here in the United States. Although it was iconic, and Bruce with the yellow suit is iconic, and they do use some great photos in this Japanese guide, which I do love because it shows some great photos of Bruce Lee and color spread on him, as you can see here. The movie itself I was very disappointed with. Let me hear from you guys. What did you guys think of The Game of Death? Did you enjoy that movie? Was that one of your favorite movies? Did you think it was disrespectful to Bruce Lee to put together such piecemeal on Bruce Lee's final film? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments, and love to get back to you on that. Here are some more photos of Bruce Lee, little black and white ones. Here's another great spread of Bruce Lee from all his films. You got The Big Boss up top, Fist of Fury, followed by Way of the Dragon, and here you have some photos on Enter the Dragon at the bottom. Again, another beautiful color shot here of Bruce kicking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Again, this program guide, in my eyes, is better than the entire Game of Death movie. So this is really something special. And they follow by this end page, Bruce in the beautiful tan suit, and again, this beautiful back cover. Let's review the next program guide that was put out. This one's called Tower of Death. This actually represented Game of Death 2. Some people that I know, and collectors and fans, say they actually prefer watching Tower of Death over the Game of Death and believe it was better made than Game of Death. And I think I would have to agree with them, but let me hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy Tower of Death better than Game of Death? They used some really great footage in Tower of Death. They used some more footage from Bruce in Enter the Dragon that was not shown in the United States, so they found some deleted scenes and they used that to make sense of Game of Death 2. And this film seemed to have more cohesion and more of a storyline. I think better fight scenes outside of the Bruce Lee fight scenes than the original Game of Death. What's your thought on that? Did you prefer Tower of Death over the original 78 version of the Game of Death? Let me hear it in the comments. Leave it in the comments. Let me share your thought with us here at the channel. So let's flip through this one, guys. This is called Tower of Death. Has a great front cover of Bruce, great headshot, some great movie posters of Bruce Lee here on the back. As we flip through this beauty, it starts out with Bruce here in a great photo with him and the glasses, followed by these photos of Bruce from Enter the Dragon. Here he is at the top from the Game of Death. Some Return of the Dragon photos there as well. And look at this color spread, man. Wow, just incredible. Bruce Lee Cinema Gallery from Enter the Dragon. Here you have him from the Game of Death. What a classic centerfold that is. I just love that spread. Let me know what you guys think of that spread. Here you have more pictures of Bruce Lee. And as you flip through this one, you get into some more shots of Bruce Lee. This program guide is filled with a little bit of everything. You have Bruce up here from the Chinese Connection. At the bottom, you see him in The Big Boss. Here, a beautiful shot of Bruce Lee from Return of the Dragon. And as you continue to flip through this program guide, you have more shots of here of Bruce Lee throughout in black and white. And then here you have the middle spread of Bruce Lee from the actual movie. It says at the top, Bruce Lee in the Tower of Death. Here are some of the deleted scenes they used from Enter the Dragon. Here you have Bruce Lee at the top in the brown kung fu outfit and him talking to the old man from Enter the Dragon, which they actually included in the Tower of Death because, again, it all tied into the storyline that they put together, which some feel was better than the original Game of Death. So let me hear your thoughts on that. As we said earlier, here you have some more photos of Bruce Lee in the Tower of Death, and then followed by this page where you have Bruce Lee again in the Tower of Death up top. And this was all different memorabilia that you were able to purchase at the time from the JKD Jikundo Club back in Hong Kong. Look at all these great magazines that you were able to purchase at the time. I have most of these, probably all of them in my collection. Did you guys collect the JKD movie posters and the JKD high quality magazines that came out of Hong Kong back in the day? If you did, let me hear from you. Leave it in the comments below. And that's it on this one. Quick review on Bruce Lee's Game of Death program guide, as well as the Tower of Death program guide. If you'd like to pick either of these up, let me know. Email me at cdbrlee@aol.com. We could discuss the details. I do have both of these available in my collection. These are some doubles that I have, so if you want to pick either of these up, they're amazing. Email me, cdbrlee@aol.com, and we can discuss the details. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed and you like what you saw today, please hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you never miss an exciting episode such as this. And until next time, Charles Damiano, as always, saying, have fun collecting, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.